So I am standing in this field behind my house, and you can see that it's all planted. It's all ready to go. If you can see down there, get nice and close to it. And you would just think, if you looked at this field behind me, that it was just so easy to plant and to get everything in beautiful rows. But the truth is, it actually took a lot of work. So, not saying that I did it, but I actually use this field during the spring and even the winter. And I walk my dog through here because it's a big wide open space, and she can run and just be free and have a good time. But in this field, there is a lot of rocks. And so when it comes time for them to plant, they go through here and they spend like literally days going through this field with a big tractor, and they go through and they take out all the rocks, and it's actually quite noisy. My house is there, so you can see my house. Oh, that's not my house. Where's my house? There's my house up there. It's actually quite noisy in our backyard to have all of these tractors going through the field, and they're picking up all of these rocks. But it takes days for them to do it, and so they have to take out the rocks, and then they go through with another machine. And I wish I knew all the names of these machines. Maybe if you know the names, you can send me an email and let me know. But I'm not a farmer, so I don't know. But it's another machine that comes through, and it just turns over all of the soil to make it ready. And I don't know if you can see from this picture if I put it down, but they go in little bumps. And in the rows that are in the deep parts is where they've planted all the seeds. And you can kind of see that they are now starting to sprout. But it takes a lot of work to get it to this stage. And it just reminds me of that parable of the sower, and that soil being our hearts, and how soft and how fertile are our hearts for the Word of God to be planted in it. If they were to plant and not take out all those rocks, it would be the soil that falls on the path, or soil, the seeds, that fall on the path, or the seeds that fall on the hard ground. The birds would just come and snatch it up. But for the soil to be soft, it has to be worked at, and it has to be nurtured. And that is the same way it is with our relationship with Jesus. Our relationship with Jesus needs to be nurtured. We need to be in His Word. We need to be reading our Bibles. We need to be praying and trusting. I think I said a couple of weeks ago when I did this that the tragedy would be that we come out of this and we're the same. I don't want to be the same person I was before COVID-19. I want to be different. I want to be more like Jesus. And if our hearts are soft, He can change us. He can grow us, and we will produce good fruit. This field in a few weeks will get taller and taller and grow higher and higher. So I wanted to do another video. I recorded that 2 weeks ago, and haven't had a chance to post it for the Midweek Message. So I thought within those, since 2 weeks has passed, that I would just do a quick little update on what the field looks like. And if you're with somebody else right now, you can try to guess, is it an inch taller, 2 inches taller? So it has been 2 weeks, and I just wanted to show you what the field looks like right now. Isn't that cool? And it still has lots more to grow. It will be 6 or 7 feet high by the time it's all done. So on the other side of this COVID, we are going to look different. We are going to look a little bit or a lot like Jesus, because that soil, our hearts is soft. We are learning, we are growing. We are taking time to spend time in His Word. If we are taking time to pray and to seek God and to soften our hearts for what He has us learn, we will produce. Look at that field. We will produce crops, and it'll get bigger than this. This is just the start of it. It gets way taller than this, but you can kind of see as I move my phone around, you can see how much it has grown and how much, if I did another video in 2 weeks, you would see how much more it would grow even in another 2 weeks. So may God produce in you good fruit. May your hearts be soft. And may we look a little bit more like Jesus the next time we meet.